This looks like a good spot right here. You can tell in these old mine pits where they used to, mine, they'd take the machinery and keep it up on these points, and they'd dig on both sides of them, and just makes perfect topography for largemouth bass. And most of them are filled up because finally they'll go deep enough, they'll hit a spring, and the pond will fill up. And sometimes when it starts to fill up and they haven't finished mining, they have to pump the water out to finish their mining. But these ponds that are old mine pits stretch all the way from Florida. Matter of fact, Florida, with their phosphate mining, has got probably more lakes like this than any other state. And but they go all the way from Florida to North Carolina. There he is. There he is. I tell you what, when you get permission from a nice gentleman to fish their waters like this, you just need to do everything you can to make sure that you're protecting the habitat and in the area, making sure you just use a trolling motor or either a mud motor like this, because a mud motor, gasoline doesn't pour out the back of it. Well, fella, you've given up on me? You pulled pretty hard for a while. There you go. Oh, man, I shouldn't have talked to you like that. All right. Well, we figured out a little something that they want. I want you to shake right when I grab you. Gotcha. Boy, you're healthy. I bet you hit it out of aggression because you about near fat as I am. All right. Thank you for the good topwater bite. I appreciate it. All right, go back home. Tell your great-great-grandmama I want to visit with her just for a minute or two. These walking baits like a Zara spook or pencil poppers or another little bait's called a Sammy, they can be worked several different ways, but you time your, there he is. Ooh, I jerked it out of his mouth. Oh man, come back and get it, baby. Uh-huh. He liked that little Zara spook. But you just try to time your rod to twitch it. Back and forth. When it goes left, you jerk it right, and vice versa. And sometimes you can make it throw water. They want it when it's throwing water sometimes too, but that was a good bite. I don't know why he didn't get hooked. If you're fishing a walking bait like this, and of course you cast right, most anglers are right-handed, but if you fish this bait all day long and you sit here twitching this thing like I'm doing right now with your left hand, it'll get so tiring if you do it all day long. And I found an easy way to make sure that you could switch hands. And basically what I do is I just turn my bait casting reel over and work with my right hand so my left hand can rest and get the same action on it, and just reel with my left hand on top like so. I found out a long time ago, when you're working this bait with that right hand and you reel on top like that, if you can learn the rhythm of it, it's probably a good thing, because most of us that work it with our left hand, we've been doing it all our lives. When the fish hits, just instinctively, especially if it's a big old blow up type thing, you just can't help wanting to set the hook. But when you're down here, you're not used to it, and it gives them an extra second to eat it. It's what you want. But anytime you're fishing any kind of topwater bait, when they blow up on it, of course, that sound is, the light travels a lot faster than sound, so you see it quicker than you hear it, the blow up. But just instinctively, you want to rear back the second that happens. And If you can make yourself count to 2 or 3 or either see your bait disappear before you even set the hook. And a lot of times you can just tighten up on it with these treble hooks and it works great. But you're a lot better off to do that. Now you tell me a bass is not the most aggressive predator fish. Look at the size of this little bass right here. Let me release you before you get hurt. Come on. Oh yeah, came out good and clean. But I mean, can you imagine something this size trying to eat something this size? I swear. Fella, I'll tell you one thing. You have got tenacity and plenty of spirit. I think that's one of the smallest fish I've ever caught in my life on a Zare spook.